choosing which play to produce, we came about the material of Sound of Music. The music really brings you back to a happy time in your life.
When we're asked for the rights to the Sound of Music, it's a somewhat lengthy process to understand basically the history and the experience of the promoter, what their vision is for the show, what kind of casting they're looking to do, how they want to market the show, who they're marketing the show to.
I want to do a play like Sound of Music with all its very old-fashioned, traditional, and wonderful values intact, but I'd like to give it a little contemporary, state-of-the-art touch.
What we did was we wanted to revolutionize theatre setup, completely different from Broadway and West End as well.
It's actually quite a big industry behind what you can see on stage.
I was looking at a very Disney-esque kind of rendering. It's like a storybook thing.
You have to paint the scene. You have to create the mood of the whole scene, per scene of the show.
It's my responsibility to put some shape and nuances, the dynamics, for me to sync the whole orchestra to the singers on stage.
It's nice to go with the music, with the lights.
Exaggerated colors, exaggerated lines and shapes.
I'd like to be able to capture scenes and sceneries in the movie, which is what is tattooed in the minds of the general public, and transfer those visual on a real big LED screen.
In theater, we make the backdrop, but here we have a video backdrop, which Paul Soriano effectively did as well.
The LED screen that's behind the stage is something that I've never seen before for the Sound of Music.
The biggest LED screen in Asia. And Mr. King Son Sian, the president, has been harping on it that it has to be used to the fullest.
We can project behind there and really make it a whole 3D atmosphere.
And having such a large stage and a very unique audience to it, so it was extremely intriguing to Broadway Asia to bring that to Resorts World.
They asked me to come here 3 years ago, over 3 years now, my golly, the time goes by so fast, to head the entertainment here.
I was asked to do this thing late 2010, so 8 months in the making, 8 months.
I've done this before, and doing it again is more challenging now because of the equipment. It's more high-tech.
We really need to learn the whole piece. I really need to read on the full score from beginning to end for me to understand the musical needs for the whole production.
I'm very, very particular with detail. The thing with detail is it's expensive, especially for example the furniture that we have to make. It's real furniture because the actors sit on it, stand on it, our beds, the kids jump around it.
What we wanted is to make the Performing Arts Theater a truly Filipino product. And so from the architect to the lighting consultants, audio consultants, to the interior designers are all Filipinos. We wanted to showcase, not only to have a venue to showcase Filipino talent, but to show to the world that Filipinos can actually put together a theater like Newport Performing Arts Theater.
The talent of the Manila Philharmonic Orchestra, having being the actual orchestra for the show, was extremely paramount in making it an extremely unique show.
The members of the orchestra are all professionals, musicians that you work with for a long time, so that they know all your moves when you conduct. They understand all the technique in conducting, your hand movements, everything.
Traditionally, theatres are built here in a portrait. What we did was we made it landscape. It means more people have a better view of the stage.
I think some of the details for this particular performance had to do with the way the sets were approached.
The NPAT theater is huge. We had to create a set that was scale and very proportionate to the NPAT, but still not to make the actors, especially the kids, look small.
How they showed the scenes of Austria and the mountains, the abbey, the house, even the house set itself, just very impressive.
So we built the theater really to showcase the best of what the Philippines can offer in terms of music, dance, performing arts, and at the same time allow the Filipino audience to have access to world-class talent.
This is one of the hardest countries to do entertainment because here everyone is so up on entertainment. So you can't hide anything from people. People know how to sing, people know how to dance. So we really have to make sure that what we offer really is the best of the best.
I think there's a bit of a renaissance going on, resurgence in Philippine theater. We want it to flourish. We want families to look at theater as one of their options when they want to take their kids out. Theater should be part of that choice, no? And hopefully we can then share our talents to the rest of the world.
It's still constantly changing. You need seamless set changes.
You have to hide it. You have to hide people taking the furniture out, and so you have to really tighten the focus on the lives of the actors.
That's the nice thing about live theater, is that every night it's a totally different show. What I like about this particular production of Resorts World is that they also are very particular with detail, and yes, they have the budget to do it.
We're blessed to have a certain amount of resources that we can allocate, and we chose to allocate it to help the Philippine performing arts industry and hopefully revive it, expand it, encourage other people to support it.
Me, if I had my way, I said, I'd love to have a Revolve. We have a Revolve. Really? I said, how nice if we had lifts. We have lifts.
Our dream ultimately is to really make the Philippines as the hub for performing arts theater and be known as the Broadway of Asia.
Oh my goodness. I said, this is gonna be wonderful. This is gonna be delicious.
When you watch The Sound of Music here in Newport Performing Arts Theatre, you won't know if you're in Manila or you're in Broadway or you're in the West End because the status is so high. Then you don't even need to fly now to London, you don't need to fly to New York. You will see the best of the best. We can enjoy it all here in the Philippines. That's how high the quality of performers we have here in Manila are.